YouTube, man, what's good? Your boy Young Fresco, man, dropping another video for y'all. This one's gonna be a little different, man. We switching it up. We using the Babyliss FX on this one, and we changing up the technique too, man. Normally I'll do like a little step-by-step guide, but this time I'm gonna do the reverse fade technique. And right here, what I had on was the #1 guard, and I went in with that closed and then opened up. And right now, what I just did, I just swapped out to the half guard. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm going in with an open blade and I'm closing it up, working my way down. Now I just felt like switching it up, man. I felt like doing something different. You know, I normally whip out this technique whenever I'm doing a little bit of speed fading. Now right here, I'm going in no guard with an open blade. And with this technique, really what the trick is as soon as you put in, you know, one demarcation with the clipper, you're gonna work right beneath that. So you can see right there as I'm playing with the lever, wherever I left off, I'm going right beneath that with the lever closed a little bit. So it's kind of similar to like doing the regular step-by-step system. You know, you put it in your guidelines, but you're moving in reverse. You know, you're closing it as you're working your way down. Now I will admit and say it is a little bit of an advanced technique, but I mean, you can see right here, I got that fade done pretty fast, man, and that's what I believe this technique is for, man. It's just for that speed cut and getting the cut done. And of course, you know, we gotta go back in there and you gotta detail. You know, that's no matter what. It don't matter what technique you use, what system you're following. Like, no matter what, you gotta go in there and you gotta detail. And right here, man, I'm following up with the some clip over comb action. And I'm using this little technique where I was kind of floating the clipper up, like you see here. I'm doing that because I'm removing some of the dark spots. And whenever you see me going across the comb, that's because I'm doing a little bit of shaping. And now I'm coming in with my Babyliss skeleton trimmers. And yeah, these are 0 gap, so I do get them nice and close. But these some hitters though, man. And Babyliss, man, I cannot take that from them, man. These are some hitters. Gotta clean up all the facial hair, man. Gotta get him all cleaned up. He's got graduation, man. So shout out to my little cuzzo right here. The first one in the fam to graduate, man. Proud of you, cuz. And now we're just cleaning him up with the shaver, man. And yeah, in this video, man, I'm just working with all Babyliss in this one. I basically got the whole Sophie Stay Gold set up, which is like super dope, man. It's all black, all gold, man. It looks tight. All right, now we're working our way back in, working in the back section now. And it's the same technique, going in with the guard closed, and then we opened it up. And I'm not pushing too hard into the scalp, man. I'm trying to really float it, trying to make it easier for when I do my clip over comb. Right here, I got that half guard, and I'm working right beneath that one. And then in a little bit soon, I'm gonna pop that off, and I'm gonna go in with a no guard, open blade. And just like that, man, we working our way down. And as we're working our way down, we're closing that lever just one more notch each time. Now, whenever I'm working with this technique, I don't worry about trying to get it perfect. I'm just more concerned about trying to get it done. That's the whole purpose of this technique for me, is just trying to get the cut done in as fast as time as possible, and then go back in detail with whatever time I got left. Now, I have been using this technique all week, man. It's been a busy week, so I just been trying to bust out these cuts, and this is my go-to method, man, when I need to just get moving. Now we following up right there with that skeleton trimmer, and you see that, man, them things hit, boy. Anyway, we balling them out. We're gonna go back in there with the Babyliss shaver, and you can see right here I'm doing this little technique. This technique right here makes it a little bit easier getting that ball line out because we're going with the grain, so we're not really pushing in and leaving any harsh lines. And then we're gonna follow up underneath that, going against the grain. And we treating the shaver just like like a clipper you see here. You know, we want to float it out. We don't want to leave no hard lines. The same way with a clipper, you don't want to just go in and stop and leave a hard line. You want to treat the shaver the same way. And you see right here, I'm just kind of lifting his scalp up a little bit, man, trying to lift up those hair follicles, trying to get at a few little tricky spots. And you see right here, man, we moving, man. You know, we working against the clock, trying to get this cut done. And I do apologize if my voice sounds a little bit funny, man. I lost my voice earlier this week. It's kind of the reason why I'm only able to drop one video this week. I wanted to do more, but I don't know what happened, man. Like, my voice was just shot. And today was the first day I felt my best. So I'm in here trying to drop this tutorial. And we, like I said earlier, man, we just doing a little bit of some detail work, man, using them corners, attacking them dark spots. Like I said, there ain't no secret formula to this, man. It's detailing, it's time consuming, and it just, you know, you got to develop that eye, that barber's eye. Always double checking, always looking in the mirror. And sometimes, I admit, we get a little too caught up in detailing. Sometimes you need to kind of just step away from that fade and just move on over to the next side of the head, because 9 times out of 10, when you go back onto that right side of the head, whatever you're detailing, you're not even gonna see it no more. Sometimes we just get a little too caught up in the detail. So that's what makes this technique so good. It's because it's all about moving quick. It's all about getting the cut done, you know, in an efficient time manner. And again, no matter what, at the very end of the cut, you always go back in there and detail. So we back on this side, man, and same technique, man. I believe right here we got on the half guard because we're working underneath all that darkness. And again, in a little bit, we're popping off that clip, and we're just going in with a no guard. And if you ain't noticed, man, I'm very light-handed, man. I don't try to go in too heavy-handed, because all that's gonna do is just make my job that much harder. I'm gonna leave in harsh lines. I'm gonna irritate my client's skin, and yeah, we don't want that. I try to be as light-handed as possible. And you know what? The clients really appreciate that too, man. I get a lot of compliments on that. Gotta keep that brush in hand. That brush right there is gonna save your life when you're doing these details like I am right here. That brush is gonna get all those little hairs that get trapped and gunked up in the scalp. That brush right there is gonna help you. And you see, we just using those corners. Now we back in there with the skeleton trimmers, and we're gonna ball them out. Now I do get it. This technique, it is advanced. It's a little tricky, you know, trying it out the first time. But I will tell you this, it's gotten me caught back up on schedule. It's gotten me out of the shop early. Like it's helped me out in so many different ways. And I'd say my best advice before learning and trying out this technique is just really trying to get down packed the regular step-by-step system. You know, if you're going in with your 0, then your half, then your 1, learn those guidelines, because what that's gonna do is gonna help you memorize where normally you would place a 1 guard or a half guard. Because when you're doing this technique, we're not putting in guidelines, we're working in reverse. So if you know normally where that 1 is gonna be placed at, it makes it that much easier when you're using this technique. I hope that makes sense. You know, I try to explain that as best I could. And we just going in there and doing some little detail work with the clip over comb. Now I did save a little segment right here. I'm gonna show you on a little bit. I didn't show it on the other side, but I like to detail with my shears too. Shears, man, they give like a softer finish. They definitely cut hair differently. Like I said, the best way to describe it is just, it's a softer look. It's not a harsh, blunt cut. It kind of like, it tapers the hair in a way so that way it lays down, and it's a smoother cut. And then right here, I'm doing point cutting. The same way you would do some point cutting, doing some texture on top, we're gonna do that same method, but on the fade. and I'm looking at those dark spots, and what I'm doing is just, if I see those dark spots right there, I'm going in between those hair follicles, and I'm gonna point cut it, because what that's gonna do is it's gonna separate all that darkness, and it's gonna lighten it up, it's gonna soften up the blend, and it's just, you know, it's one of my my detailing systems. Again, it is a time-consuming technique, man, but it does make the difference. And you see right there, he's just a little bit heavier on that side, so, you know, we're just doing some point cutting. All right, let's do the lineup now. I got the Patty Cuts Influencer Edition. Hey, man, these are right out the box, man, but these things hit, boy. I mean, look at that. That's right out the box. That ain't zero gapped or nothing. I don't know what they did, but those things hit. Excuse my voice, man. Like I said, this is the best I felt all week. Been real congested, man. But yeah, we're just trying to be a little conservative with his hairline, man. He is a little thinning out a little bit there in the front. So I ain't trying to push him back. But I am going to go in there with the airbrush, and we're going to enhance him a little bit. And look at that, man. That's how much of a difference the airbrush makes, man. I'm so glad I invested in this, man. It's been a game changer, man. Like, for real. Look, watch this. That thing crispy, boy. And you know, the clients are going to appreciate that too, man. You really looking out, trying to take care of their hairline, trying to make their cut look as best as you can. They going to appreciate it. But YouTube, this the cut, man. Let me know what y'all think. Don't forget to subscribe. And I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Young Fresco.